One of the most devastating financial scams today begins with a simple text message or a friendly DM. That criminals are using psychological manipulation, fake romance, and crypto trading lies to bleed victims dry. Today we're exposing the rise of pig butchering scams, a brutal combination of romance fraud and investment deception designed to fatten up victims emotionally before financially slaughtering them. This isn't an exaggeration. This is the exact term used by criminal syndicates running these operations. Let's break down how these scams work, why Americans and Brits are being targeted, and how you can protect yourself or someone you care about. So what exactly is a pig butchering scam? It's a long-term psychological con. Scammers pose as friendly strangers, then quickly bond with you, build trust, and groom you into believing you found love, or at least a meaningful connection. Once that emotional foundation is in place, they introduce the hook, a safe way to make money, usually through crypto trading. And that's where the financial slaughter begins. Here's how the setup usually starts. A scammer sends a message like, "Hi, is this John?" Or, "Sorry, wrong number," or reacts to a social post to spark conversation. They use exceptionally attractive profile photos, usually stolen or AI-generated. They speak politely, they seem humble, and they appear genuinely interested in you. But behind that charm is a coordinated criminal operation. Over days or weeks, the scammer showers you with attention. They text you every morning and night. They share fabricated stories about their life. They mirror your emotions and highlight shared interests. They pretend to care, to listen, to support you. This is deliberate psychological conditioning. They're fattening the victim emotionally, building trust, vulnerability, and dependence. Once the emotional bond is strong enough, the scammer introduces crypto investing. They talk about how a family member taught them. They show fake screenshots of high profits. They casually mention small wins from trading. They say things like, "I want you to succeed with me," or "We can build a future together." Then they invite the victim to a fake crypto platform, one that criminals control. These websites look professional, display real-time charts, and even show fake gains to convince victims that their money is multiplying. Victims often invest small amounts at first, and miraculously, their balance grows. They're allowed to withdraw tiny amounts to build confidence. That's the trap. Then the scammer pushes for bigger investments. Try $2,000. Try $10,000. Try $50,000. It's a guaranteed win. Some victims mortgage their homes, drain retirement funds, or borrow money from family because they truly believe they're investing with someone they trust. But when it's time to withdraw, the site freezes. Customer support disappears. The scammer vanishes. The victim realizes their romance, their future, and their investments were all part of a system designed to butcher them financially. So why are these scams exploding in the US and UK? First, because these regions have strong economies and large populations of people struggling with isolation. Second, scammers target English speakers because it's easy to scale globally. Third, many Americans and Brits trust online platforms without verifying identities. And finally, crypto's complexity makes people vulnerable. They don't know what's real and what's a scam. Here's the part most people don't realize. Pig butchering scams are often run by international criminal syndicates. Victims aren't just losing money. They're being targeted by massive operations with scripts, technology, and psychological training. Some scammers are even trafficking victims forced to run these schemes. This is industrial-scale fraud. So, how do you protect yourself? First, be skeptical of random messages from attractive strangers. Scammers rarely start with a scam. They start with friendliness. Second, never trust investment advice from someone you haven't met in person. Third, if a romantic interest starts talking about crypto profits, that's your cue to run. Fourth, verify identities using live video calls, not pre-recorded clips or excuses. Fifth, remember, legitimate platforms don't promise guaranteed profits, ever. Most importantly, talk to someone you trust before investing large amounts of money, especially if a new friend is pushing you to do it. The truth is, Pig butchering scams aren't about crypto. They're about manipulation. They prey on loneliness, insecurity, and the human desire for connection. But awareness is your best defense. Knowledge is your shield, and recognizing the signs early can save you from financial devastation. Share this video with someone who might be vulnerable to emotional manipulation, and if you want more cybersecurity breakdowns like this, subscribe to CyberVerdict and turn on notifications. Stay alert, stay safe, and don't let anyone fatten you up for a financial slaughter.